For anyone that has ever tried to implement the Fairplay method, read through the book, or implemented the card, I'm a Fairplay facilitator. I help people do this. This is one of the biggest misconceptions I help people deal with. In the book, Eve talks about how at some point she wanted to throw the deck of cards at her husband while they're in the therapist's office. And I think a huge part of that is because when we look at the volume of invisible labor that is landing on women, we're actually looking at the visible labor too. So we're saying, hey, let's take a task, something that she fully owns. Let's try to put that onto his plate. What I encourage people to do is a little different than that, is say, let's look at something that he owns 90% of. He probably executes very regularly, but the last maybe 10% of is like she is sending reminders. My real goal is for you to be implementing Fairplay long term so that it is a general part of your operating system at home. How do we accomplish longevity? Small, quick wins and safety when it comes to continuously having long-term conversations. So I would take the thing that he probably owns 90% of, which is probably trash, and I would say, okay, what is that last 10% that you need to take ownership of? Do you need to set 2 alarms on Monday so that you remember to bring out the trash? And if you don't do it at the first alarm, then you definitely do it at the second alarm. Fun fact, that's exactly what I do. And 3 years ago, when I was trying to take off the mental load of Alyssa by not just executing, but also doing the mental load of it, I had 4 alarms, and now I'm down to 2. Incrementally taking 10% off the plate at a sustainable rate where the two of you are building trust together so that she can comfortably let go of thinking about these things. That is the game. You know, a lot of people throw up their hands because they're not seeing quick changing results. Huge part of that is that the trust needs to be built. Day after day, week after week, that mental load being successfully held by him. You can tell I was a long distance runner because I'm all about pacing. Hi, my name's Zach. I'm your mental load coach. Hi, Zach. I work with couples to implement the Fairplay method, improve on their ability to articulate, talk about, and have better conversations around invisible labor with improved emotional literacy and fluency. I know this video was a super niche thing for Fairplay method. This is something you've been stumbling on. Go to my story highlight here, coaching, and take a look at mental load mastery. I work directly with couples implementing the Fairplay method, and it may have been struggling with it.